Welcome to OBTV, the place for news, reviews and trends from the promotional merchandise industry. Today we're at Merchandise World and we're joined by CEO of Sourcing City and the creator of Merchandise World, Mr. David Long. Welcome, David.
Hello, Andy.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Exciting day.
It is an exciting day, nice and busy, so we're quite happy here at the moment.
Could you just tell everyone at home a little bit about Merchandise World?
Merchandise World basically is a coming together of the trade, all the distributors that sell the products, the manufacturers and wholesalers that bring the products into the country or manufacture them in the UK. And basically it's an opportunity for them all to meet, network, show each other new products, get to know each other better. And basically it's a marketplace for people to do business. So, and it's just a beautiful thing because it's a collaboration of a commercial enterprise, which is us, Sourcing City, and our partners in it, which is BPMA, which is the trade association. So effectively the whole industry is very much involved in this and has got behind it, and it's been a massive success.
Excellent. Why do you think it's important?
It's so important that people speak to each other. You know, these days of technology, things are moving on all the time. Yes, it's changing, yes, our market's changing to an extent, but it will never be fully online. It just can't be, because it takes personality, it takes interaction. There's a lot to be discussed about product, and this is an opportunity for people to get to know each other within the trade, to provide a better service to the customers out there that want to buy the products.
Brilliant. I know you're very, very busy, David. One last question. Where do you see Merchandise World going? You know, what's next? You talk about technology, you talk about, you know, do we all need to come together like this and set up in a big hall? Well, where do you see it going?
I don't think it's going to change massively. We're going to 2 years we've been going with Merchandise World, and we do it twice a year. And the whole thing about it is it's for the core of the industry. This industry is very defined. There are only a certain number of professional distributors. There's only a certain number of suppliers it can sustain in terms of manufacturers and wholesalers. So we see the market's actually staying very tight. We don't see it getting particularly bigger. It doesn't need to. It's all about the industry coming together. New people can obviously come in. There'll be new starters in companies. There'll be new companies starting. They'll all be welcome. But they've got to be professional. It's all about a professional thing. So it's not about making the thing bigger and bigger and bigger. It's about making it better. So we'll keep trying to make it better.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, David. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Merchandise World. We're actually on the Sweet People stand and we're joined by Mandy Hasty, CEO of the Sweet People. Welcome, Mandy.
Lovely to be here, Andy. Thank you.
Mandy, tell us a little bit about what's hot at the moment. We've spoken in the past about reusable, recyclable, sustainable. Tell us what's hot.
So for us, I would have to say the big trend at the moment is the use of 100% plastic-free packaging. There's a massive move now within our industry not to use single-use plastics. Right. And for this reason, we've now developed our plastic-free range of packaging. Okay. Not only is it plastic-free, but it's also 100% compostable.
And what does that mean?
It means that once the contents have been eaten, you can put it in with your food waste, gets collected and it goes off to be composted, but it has to be industrial composted. You couldn't just put it into your composting heap at home and expect it to
So as long as you're recycling and you put it in with your food waste, then that...
Correct, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
The local council will do the rest?
Yes, correct.
Incredible. And how popular has this been for you?
Oh, unbelievable. We started probably about 6 weeks ago and brought in 2,000 or 3,000 of each of the pots and several thousand of the bags. We started buying from a UK reseller, and then our demand was so great we've now been referred back to the manufacturer, and we actually placed our order recently for 250,000 of each of the items, the pots. And we're now buying the film rather than as made up bags. We're actually buying that in a reel now. So we're actually testing that and putting it through our bagging machine. So it's just an incredible success, which we're really pleased about. And we're just delighted to be at the front of this.
And look, we deal with a lot of large corporates and CSR policies are always there. However, also from a responsibility point of view, and we spoke about this yesterday, it's such a great story that products that are generally seen as landfill and waste, and that we're actually, as an industry, really pushing forward to take a stand.
I think we have to. I think gone are the days of just plastic packed. I think now a product, it can be made of plastic. There's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't, and that's unavoidable. But as was mentioned yesterday, it's all about usefulness as well. So it can be a plastic ice scraper, for instance, which you might hang on to for 5 years. But alternatively, if it's only going to have a single use, you've got to have a responsible way of disposing of it. So packaging is unavoidable, but you have to make sure there's a way of disposing of the product.
Excellent, Matt, and honestly it's great to see us at the forefront and the sweet people really leading the charge on it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Welcome, Steve. This is OBTV. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Moleskine.
Yeah, so I'm Steve Bodgers. I look after the Moleskine brand for the UK, supporting our distributors with the brand, explaining the brand benefits and what Moleskine can bring to a promotion.
Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, most people know the Moleskine brand is very, very synonymous with Hemingway and other such great writers.
Yeah.
In the promotional merchandise industry, how does it fit in?
Well, with it being a global brand, it is perfect medium for anybody that's dealing internationally. Everybody will be aware of the brand, so if you're gifting that brand, but also it's a product that has 27,500 retail outlets globally.
Wow.
So people will know the brand. So as soon as you gift a Moleskine book, people will turn it over, go Moleskine, and they'll know the brand. But it also brings with it a value, so that people are aware of the brand value.
Right.
It is often thought of as a luxury brand, but it's an affordable brand.
Right.
It's something that everybody can afford.
Excellent. And looking forward, what's new for Moleskine this year?
Well, we have got some new products this year, but one of the things I do want to say is that we can do very, very small quantities in quick lead time, which is really, really good. We can do from just 12 pieces across 14 different colourways, and we can even do individual personalisation.
Oh, wow.
So if you've got a small event where you've got a few key customers and you want to give them that aspirational gift, you could put their individual names on. So that's something else that we do. We have got a new product that's going to be launched in November, which is a leather edition.
Wow.
So we've got this leather edition notebook. So it's a genuine leather, and again we'll deboss it, and it comes supplied in the gift box.
Nice.
So we've got a new edition.
Can the gift box be branded as well?
We don't offer branding on the gift box, but we do obviously on the book.
Brilliant. Wonderful. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for talking to OBTV.
Thank you very much for spending the time with me.
Lovely. Welcome back to OBTV Live from Merchandise World. We're joined by Andrew Hill, CEO of Senator Pens UK. Welcome, Andrew. Andrew, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
I'm Managing Director of Senator Pens in the UK. We're a global company. We're the only branded pen in the promotional sector. We've been going now since 1920 as a manufacturer and in the promotional market for almost 50 years. So consequently, we think we know a little bit about pens and pen manufacturing. Essentially, we're a German manufactured company, and we have satellite companies around the globe, of which the UK is one of the most important.
Brilliant, brilliant. Andrew, what's hot for Senator at the moment? What's the thing that you're focusing on? What's the thing that's driving Senator?
Well, at the moment, we're getting a lot of requests for our eco credentials, and obviously, being a German pen company with German manufacturing dynamics, we're in a position to be able to provide a lot of certification and a lot of information about how our pens are made and where they come from. And sustainability really is very, very important to us at the moment, and is important to our clients. And so it's all based around eco credentials and what we can do and what we can supply. So we're able to supply sort of information that perhaps other people in our sector can't. Our factory, for instance, is powered by water, by a river, which gives us ultimate eco credentials. Our carbon footprint is very, very low for the promotional pen world. And also the sustainability in terms of the non-toxicability of our plastics and the non-carcinogenic included in our ink. So that's really, really important to markets at the moment. Brilliant. But the most important thing that we've gathered over the last couple of months is when we changed one of our particular lines, which is called the Nature Plus. Now this is a bioplastic pen that is primarily, or used to be made of cornstarch. Right. We transferred this to something which is a sugar beet derivative. And as a consequence, we've had a lot of interest in this product. and it sort of fits in with our eco credentials and what we're trying to achieve in the market, and to prove that not only is a product sustainable, but it's sustainable over a longer period of time. So for example, our inks last longer than our competitors, arguably, which you can check, and they do. So really, the sustainability of our products are important, particularly for top brands. Our top brands are really interested in long life, and particularly long life of the print on their pens. So their brand is on a branded pen and it lasts for a long period of time.
Brilliant.
So this whole sustainability, eco-credential process and dynamic is very important to an increasing number of our clients.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
You're
I
most
know
welcome.
you're a very busy man today.
Okay.
It's Andrew Hill from Senator Pens.
Lovely.